This is a new video. It is the 12th of December 2019, 1316 hours Central European time. A couple of months ago, I wrote this here email wherein I pointed out that the fucking idiots had done away with this here, with the Pharisees. They just done away with that. In no modern translation is this found. That's not what this is about, and I also pointed out how in the King James Bible this word one is in italics. And I must admit, when I worked on this, I only wondered and did me research on how comes they dropped the Pharisees out and how comes the idiots of the lurchies with their King James Bible crap, the Protestantic fucks, would italize the one. Because the very stressing is completely ridiculously obscene. I mean, to stress that word, it's bizarre. That's not what is being stressed in a sentence, but so be it. And it is only now, a couple of months later, that as I'm getting wicked sick torture and I'm trying to think of, yet more ways that I can deal damage to the idiots, that I noted a much bigger omission, so to speak, than just them seeing to it that the Pharisees were cut out. Namely, and here it's getting interesting, so let's do away with this here. It is, basically it is, let me take you here, it is Matthew 7, that's what we're talking about. Here is, I don't know if you need this read or not. This is a Latin version of it. The important part, omnis. No, I'm not going to read it in Latin because otherwise people will flag the video. It's Latin. Ooh, he wants to kill us all. The English translation is really awful. I'm not sure if that is by design and intent or if they're just incompetent, but so be it. The point is, everyone therefore that heareth these my words. Note how it says, everyone therefore that heareth these my words. And this about hearing the words, this has been in there in the English translations. I got me a book on an outline of English literature, edited by Pat Rogers, ISBN 01928299386, from my senior high days, I think it was, or a little later even. And in the section on Old and Middle English prose, there already is a passage in West Saxon from whenever that was, where it says, "Ik had das min woord gehoord en verwerkt." Yeah, everybody who heard my word and did it. That's been what it said in there forever and ever and ever. 24, everyone who hears it and does, and 26 is, and everyone that heareth but does not. And at 28, it's, about Jesus, because this is told by Jesus, and this is about Jesus. Now, by the way, if you've never watched these videos, I have been a lifelong atheist, and I am an atheist, and Jesus is a historic figure, yes. Any religious shit, God, mumbo jumbo, no, this is about something else. This is about me, the atheist, explaining to you the machinations of the fucking insane and absent and dead-brained people, first and foremost, about these texts. Now, I got here King James Bible Online. Okay, let's go straight to the front, front page. Select the book. I'm gonna select the Matthew that we need, and the chapter is 7. And here we are. Now, note how the bottom two are in black color. They're in black, look at that. the others are in red. Except the bottom two, they're in black. If I look at a previous chapter, let's see. No, they're all in red. So let's go back here. Here, Matthew chapter 7, as I just showed you, the bottom two are black. So let's continue on to chapter 8. And whoa, what's going on here? Whoa, what's going on here? Isn't that weird? See, the fucking idiot Protestantic lurchies delude that this was added by the vile, crazy, evil Catholics, you know, them horrible Romans or someone, and that's not really what it said, because what they needed for the Jews also to let them live, so to speak, but also for all of the Freak-A-Zoids that they create, genetic corpse forms that they have spawned on this planet in the hundreds of millions, whose brains do not tap into the zero-dimensional of all life. They are corpse forms. What they need for them is a passage. See, these two passages here is everyone who hears the words and does them. This is these two. And this is everyone who hears them and does not do them. But they don't have anything on anybody who doesn't hear the words. Because here it is, hears them and complies. Here it is, hears them and doesn't comply. And they needed something about, I have a dead brain. What do I do? And they made up shit that allegedly there are secret texts that really belong here, and this is what the horrible Catholics have written. Which is kind of funny, because I assure you the horrible Catholics did certainly not omit the Pharisees, because here's the Pharisees missing. I just want to point that out, okay? Just pointing it out. And what they have instead online is things like this. They have this all over the place. And they refer to, and see, they create the impression, oh, look how old it is. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. See, they're being careful. They're saying, this is a version. This is a version where hearing or not is not even mentioned. Even these passages here, which is the one who hears and does and the one who hears but doesn't do, the hearing part is omitted here. It's omitted. As if the hearing part were never of any importance. If you wonder what this has to do with anything, if you take out the hearing part, let me go back to this here. If you take out the hearing part, all you need is a completely 100% dead-brained Freak-A-Zoid genetic thing out of a petri dish, or a completely brain-dead Jew, and they said, I built my house on a stone, I'm a wise man. That's what they were. That is what they were. Fuck the Pharisees. Nothing personal. Actually, historically speaking, fuck the Pharisees. But what I mean is that they omitted the Pharisees. That's not even the point. This is significantly worse. See, this has to do with the Amelia Earhart idiots who believe that Amelia Earhart wound up in the distant past of this planet, and God on a meteor or something came by and raped her. And he talked shit into her and blah, and just ask the fucking idiots about Amelia Earhart and what they delude about. But this is no, I'm not hearing. And see, they argue that it is good to have a dead brain. That's what they argue. And in order for them to be able to argue that, they have to butcher these texts. They have to create the impression that hearing or not was not ever a topic, And even here, they have to slightly, very subtly, by the way, color code. Well, this is, whatever this be, because it's black. It's not red, no, it's black. Okay? No shit. Understand that. Now, best as possible, I tried to make all these things go poof. What I mean with that is, there exists secret, alleged findings from blah blah blah, what really was written here, in which it says shit about those who don't hear. I don't claim to know what it says, but I assure you it says shit. I guess maybe it just says something like, I don't know, and what about the deaf ones? Well, just build your house on stone too. Okay. And maybe, very simplistic shit probably, because the lurchies don't want it overly complicated, because they got dumb brains. Even those that don't have the dead brains get the dumb brains. Okay, so they don't want it overcomplicated. Understand that not just did they do away with the Pharisees down here, they actually did away with Heareth, so that no one heareth anymore. And not just was that worked into the one direction of dead brains who do not hear, where hearing is standing for tapping into the zero-dimensional, as all life forms do that have an intact brain and that are life and not corpse forms. Not just does it work towards that one direction, but by doing that, they actually sabotage, or actually that's more the at best fizzling part, not proof-making part, because really here they are pretty badly deluding, but their intent is to also damage the heareth part for those who do hear, namely especially with doings like this. Because even if your brain does tap into the zero-dimensional, it doesn't say anything about you gotta listen, so to speak, in the zero-dimensional. No, you just build your house of stone, like the Jews do, Incidentally, if you want to know if a Jew is a real Jew or a fake Jew, at least in America, probably even most parts in Europe, you can safely assume that, why, this is another thing. Why do so many people in North America build their houses of fucking plywood on the ground? This is not just a money thing. It's worked via this here. Namely, even a few remaining Echtmenschen over there live in something not built on stone. And the dead brains who cannot hear, they're not those that hear but don't do as told. No, they cannot hear. The dead brains pride themselves with, well, no, we're wise because we build on stone. Oh, them idiots that can hear? Oh, look at them, they build them plywood houses that the tornadoes blow away all the time. That shit is also worked. And they're subtly color-coding a holy war here on what is to be church floor lurchingly trusted and what not. some of these chapters is glorious. Just look at this here. This is completely, wow. Red, black, ooh, that's, I'm not sure if the average lurchy can follow that, But hey, like for instance here, but Jesus said unto him, follow me and let the dead bury their dead. Now, but Jesus said unto him, that's black. Follow me and let the dead bury their dead is red. Now red is good for the lurchies. So apparently it was something else here. So obviously, according to the lurchers, it wasn't Jesus who said that. It was, I don't know, Amelia or someone. Baba Hotep or someone. They're fucking insane. They're completely apeshit crazy. This entire Matthew 7:24 onwards is severely sabotaged, not just by the Pharisees being done away with in most versions. This is the Vulgate, okay? This is the Latin version where they are present. They're done away with. Even in my German language, universal blah 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 translation from the 70s or 80s that I got as a kid in school. Let me see what it says there. I just briefly read this in German. Vom Haus auf den Felsen. Wer diese meine Worte hört und danach handelt, ist wie ein kluger Mann, der sein Haus auf Fels baute. Also ein Wolkenbuch, bla 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 bla. Wer aber meine Worte hört und nicht danach handelt, ist wie ein unvernünftiger Mann, bla 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 bla. And that's it. Actually, oh no, there. Sorry. I skipped a line here. No, it is here. I mean, the Pharisees are not here, as I explained in that email that I showed you before. Als Jesus diese Rede beendet hatte, war die Menge sehr betroffen von seiner Lehre, denn er lehrte sie wie einer, der göttliche Vollmacht hat und nicht wie ihre Schriftgelehrten. These last two are present in this German translation, just that the fucking idiots, the Jehovah Lurchers and all of them Protestant fucks succeeded to, even in the Catholic school Bible that all the school kids got, the Pharisees were done away with because they didn't want their reputation besmirched, rightfully besmirched. They didn't want that. But I just today, right now, found out that they actually did away with the whole hearing. Because they don't hear. They got the dead brains, what them thinks is the good dead brains. I ain't shitting you. They are completely brain dead, and I don't mean, dead brained, not brain dead. Brain dead is if you have an accident or wind up in a hospital, and then, on the monitor it's like, that's brain dead. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about dead brained. They're completely dead brained. Color code. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be subtly for dead brained people. Maybe it is. They color code, this is the rightful lurchin, and this, beware, it's the devil's work, and the Romans and the Catholics and all the fucking Jesus fans who do not worship Amelia, mother of mankind, what with the angels in Iowa, and blah blah blah. Yes, angels in Iowa. I mean, no angels in Iowa. But they have such a lot of delusions. But in this topic, in this video, the main topic is that I just discovered today that it wasn't just being done away with the Pharisees, but this whole hearing or not topic is very unsubtly sabotaged, and there exist fake passages which take the place of these, where you bet your ass it says something about those who don't hear. Not those who don't do as they hear, but those who don't hear. And whatever crap it says, maybe it says, and then Amelia walked in with a double-action shotgun and blew Jesus dead and said, you better be deaf, fuckers. Or something like that. It probably isn't flavored up the right kind of fucked up shit fucks. Now, again, I am an atheist, just so you know, but this is yet more sabotage that I detected, and I want you to understand that hearing, Heareth, as it says here, and Heareth, as it says here, this is, and that's how it was meant, to be fair, that is how this was meant. This actually is, do you tap into the zero-dimensional or not? At least they understood it for how it was meant. Then, of course, they felt compelled to sabotage it by doing away with the Heareth. Having secret texts here, and many places leave out the whole little thing about hearing and not. And that's the video. My throat, I am getting serious torture my way, which is why I'm recording this video, basically, because this is yet more damage that I do to Fex Mundi. I want you to understand that I, best as possible, try to make go poof all of that shit, and that was pretty thorough. I am very thorough in my poof making, and as I said, some other shit kind of fizzled, namely the reverse direction. You have been informed.